You're not lazy, you're not broken, you just get stuck. People with ADHD often experience something called ADHD freeze, where your brain locks up and you can't start, continue, or even finish simple tasks. It's frustrating. It makes you feel helpless, and it's easy to spiral into guilt or shame. The good news? You can break out of it naturally. You can take back control without medication if you follow the right habits. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 practical steps to escape ADHD freeze, feel energized, and get back into flow. The best part? You can start seeing small improvements in just a few days. Let's dive in. Step 1. Break tasks into tiny pieces. Step 1 is simple but powerful. Break everything down. ADHD freeze happens when your brain sees a task as too big or overwhelming. Your brain reacts by stopping completely. Here's what to do. Take any task, no matter how big, and split it into the smallest steps possible. Not write a report, but open a blank document. Then write one sentence. Then add a bullet point. Each step is tiny, achievable, and non-threatening. When you complete a micro step, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical, and suddenly you're moving again. This works fast. Even 2 or 3 tiny wins in a row can break the freeze and start momentum. Step 2. Move your body immediately. Step 2. Get your body moving. A ADHD freeze is often physical as well as mental. Your brain says, stop, and your body follows. Exercise is one of the fastest ways to reboot your system naturally. It doesn't have to be long. Jumping jacks, a brisk 5-minute walk, or even shaking your arms and legs can reset your nervous system. This gets your blood flowing, increases dopamine and norepinephrine levels, and makes your brain ready to act. Make this automatic. Keep a freeze breaker routine. Stand up, stretch, and move whenever you feel stuck. Your brain will start associating movement with action, and the freeze will happen less often. Step 3. Use time blocking. Step 3. Schedule in tiny blocks of time. When your brain sees an open-ended task, it panics. A ADHD freeze loves too much freedom. Here's the trick. Pick one tiny task and give yourself a timer for 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Your goal is not perfection, it's just movement. Once the timer is running, your brain relaxes. You're allowed to stop when it ends, but usually, you'll keep going. This works because your brain hates open-ended uncertainty, but loves short, structured bursts. Do it consistently, and your productivity will naturally rise while the freeze diminishes. Step 4. Adjust your environment. Step 4. Set up your environment for action. A ADHD freeze often starts because your environment is noisy, cluttered, or full of distractions. Your brain can't decide where to start, so it stops. Fix this by removing obvious distractions. Put your phone in another room, close tabs you don't need. Keep your desk or workspace clean and simple. Even small changes, like a clear desk or a quiet space, can reduce overwhelm and make starting easier. Sometimes, total silence is too much. You can also try background music or white noise to help your brain focus. The key is minimal friction between you and the task. The easier it is to start, the less freeze you'll experience. Step 5. Use sensory anchors. Step 5. Use sensory anchors to trigger action. Your brain responds to sensory cues, and ADHD freeze is partly a failure of signal to action. Anchors are small signals that tell your brain it's time to move. This could be lighting a candle, putting on headphones, holding a stress ball, or even using a specific mug while working. The more you pair a sensory anchor with movement, the faster your brain associates it with starting action instead of freezing. Over time, just touching your anchor object can snap you out of a freeze instantly. It's a subtle trick, but incredibly effective. Step 6. Talk to yourself out loud. Step 6. Use verbal cues. A ADHD freeze is often internal. You're stuck inside your own head. Getting thoughts out loud can activate different parts of your brain and force movement. Say it simply, "I'm starting now," or "one small step is enough." Speak your task step by step. You can even narrate what you're doing as you do it. This works because verbalizing bypasses the part of your brain that freezes, turning mental paralysis into physical action. Soon, talking yourself through tasks becomes a natural habit, and freezes happen less. Step 7. Reward momentum, not perfection. Step 7. Celebrate progress, not perfection. A ADHD freeze is fueled by fear of failure. Your brain thinks, if I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. Break that pattern by rewarding any movement, no matter how small. Finished one bullet point? High five. Worked for 5 minutes? Take a stretch break. Even tiny wins release dopamine and reinforce action. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start where you are. Action breeds momentum, and momentum gradually breaks the freeze cycle naturally. Let's recap. Break tasks into tiny pieces, move your body, use time blocks, adjust your environment, use sensory anchors, talk out loud, and reward momentum. Do these consistently, and your ADHD freeze will weaken. You'll start to feel in control, confident, and productive again. No complicated hacks, no unrealistic pressure. Just simple, natural steps you can take today. If you want more natural ADHD hacks that actually work, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Also, check the links in the description for tools and resources that make breaking the freeze even easier. Remember, ADHD freeze isn't permanent. With small, consistent actions, you can take control of your focus, your tasks, and your life, one tiny step at a time.